Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited for today's video. Oh, by the way, welcome back to another Vlogmas video. Hopefully we have been posting every single day. I don't know what day this one's gonna be posted. I am just hoping that I still get a video posted every single day, but I am slowly losing hope that that will be the case. It is well into the day. It's late on a Saturday. My face is like all but worn off and I don't know what's going on with my hair. But I am very excited for today's video because we are going to be discussing the worst products I tried in both 2021 as well as 2022. So when I was getting this video ready for worst products I tried in 2022, I realized I didn't have that many products to talk about. Part of that being because I did not bring in as much makeup into my collection this year as I have in years past, so I'm super excited about that. But I also did not film this video last year. I did not film a worst of 2021 just because my life was like in pure shambles this time last year. I thought it would be fun to combine the 2 years and just talk about some shitty products in this video. Now, of course, this video is all in good fun. So if these products work for you, if these are your favorite, if you love these, I am so happy for you that you did not waste your money buying these products. But for me, these just did not work out in the worst way. So if you're interested in hearing about the worst products from the last 2 years, in my opinion, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's get into the terrible products. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with the products from this year that I tried, and then we will like progress into 2021, but really like we're going back. So many of the products that were worst of this year for me, I don't have in my collection. I only have, well, I have 3 of them, four of them. And then I have a few that are not still with me. So up first, I just talked about this in my Partners in Cream Project pan because I was gonna try and pan this product, and then I realized this is such a terrible product. I am not gonna put myself through it. And it is the Florence Glow Yeah Tinted Lip Oil. This does more harm than good to your lips. Like literally, this took any moisture left in my lips, sucked it out, made my lips look like literally crusty raisins. Like literally, you know when you have like dry flaky skin, this would make my lips dry and flaky, but because it was tinted, it's like this like pinkish red tint, so it would like tint my lips this like reddish pink shade, and then like the flakes would like flake off in reddish pink, and then where it didn't flake off like around the outer lip line, it was like darker red, and it was truly the most unflattering disaster I've ever experienced, specifically with a lip oil. So this was something that I purchased, this was not a purchase I thought too hard about. It was like kind of a impulse purchase, and I regret it wholeheartedly. This next product, this is the Milk Makeup Rise Mascara. I got this as like a point perk or like a code on Sephora this year, and I can't remember if this released this year or if this released last year, but I know I tried it for the first time this year. I don't know what's worse, this or the Pat McGrath Dark Star, but like the moment I put this on my lashes, it was like, it almost like looked like I just like applied mascara like to my cheeks rather than my lashes. Like the transfer was so incredibly bad. Like oftentimes I will try and make a mascara work for me, but this I could not make this work. I could not justify trying to make this work because my mascara would just run all over my face, and it would either look like I just got out of a boxing match because I would have a black eye from my mascara, or there would literally be mascara like down on my cheeks. I literally hate my hair. I did curl this to try and make it look cute, and that did not work. Okay, well, it is what it is. Again, this is what Vlogmas does to you. Oh my gosh, what, literally, it's fine. It's fine. It is fine. I don't claim to be a hair whiz. Oh my gosh. We're gonna roll with what I can't even like, I'm like, we're just rolling with it. We're just going with it. Okay. What else did I try this year? Oh yeah. So this isn't makeup, but this is hair care. So I will say I am a little bit picky when it comes to conditioner, specifically. Shampoo, yes and no. But the Ordinary hair care, like, this is just not good. So like, I literally don't even have words for how like not good I think it is. The shampoo felt more of like a hand soap. It was just like the most uncomfortable thing to put in my hair. Like it wouldn't like suds up, and it made my hair just like feel like a scarecrow's like straw hair. Like it literally felt like the driest hair while in the shower when my hair was wet. So really did not like that. And then the conditioner, just same thing, just was like a really thin formula that I just didn't feel like conditioned my hair at all. The Ordinary did send these to me. I'm glad that I didn't spend my own money on them. I truly don't know, like specifically with the hair or shampoo, sorry, it says sulfate 4% cleanser for body and hair. So I guess maybe you're just not supposed to use this in your hair. And then there's chloride conditioner. I don't know who this would work for. Like I have incredibly thick hair, maybe that's why I didn't like it, but I don't feel like you'd like it. Like if you're a thin-haired girly, I don't think you'd like it either. I just realized I shouldn't be filming this video, like worst makeup, when my face is half worn off, because I feel like people will watch this and be like, why is she talking about shitty products when like her face is like half melted off and she clearly can't do her makeup anyway. So please be kind, even though I'm not being kind to these products. The last product I have from this year that I tried out is very new to my collection, and I am really freaking mad that this isn't a new favorite, because I thought that this was going to be, and it is, and I don't know how to pronounce the brand's name. It's Huda Beauty's fragrance line, Kayali. Literally have no idea. The Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. I love patchouli and I love vanilla. I thought that this was going to be a new absolute favorite staple fragrance in my collection, but this smells so like, I hate to even spray this on myself because it nauseates me and makes me feel ill. It's like one of those that like I'm gonna have to give to someone else because I cannot make this work. It's such an interesting scent, and the longer I wear it, the more like ill it makes me feel. It has this like woodsy patchouli scent right off the bat, and then it starts to smell like a little bit like sugared and sweet, but like the end note that you get is like this peppered note, and like the three of them combined just don't make, they just don't combine, like the compound of the three things. Like, what am I even trying to say? It just doesn't work. It's such an interesting scent because it's like I sniff and I like initially get like that patchouli, like that woodsy musky patchouli scent, and then it's like all of a sudden I'm like hit with like this like sweet yet spicy peppery, and then like just not in a good way. Like kind of like you go to like pour like you go to like sprinkle pepper on like your omelet at Perkins maybe, and someone was like playing a prank and like twisted the pepper cap off, and like you thought you're just gonna get a few flakes of pepper, but then you literally like it explodes on your plate and like suddenly you have to order a new omelet. I feel like I give literally the best descriptions of like fragrance scenarios. So those are the worst products that I tried in 2022. Like I said, not that many, and I'm really happy about that. I feel like doing my makeup rehab and just buying less, I was really trying to be more mindful of what I was purchasing, and not just like purchasing things to make a video or to do like just because it was super hyped up. Like I really wanted it to be a product that I felt like would add value to my makeup collection and would be something that like fit my personal preferences. So I'm actually very happy that I don't have a lot of bad products to discuss. Going back, looking into the rear view of 2021, there are actually quite a few products I feel like I have to mention. I only have one of them still in my collection. One of them I emptied out this year, so I went in my empties bin and grabbed the empty. So we can just start with that one. The Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. So first of all, I feel like this is just like a tease of a product because it's in this like tin can that you would think would be an aerosol type product. It also says misting spray, so like I just think of like a continuous mist, I guess, because it's not like a dewy mist. it's a misting spray. So I would have thought that I could press down on this and it just would have like continuously misted like the Morphe continuous mist setting spray, which I really enjoyed, but I don't like, I refuse to support Morphe, like more so than like any other brand that I like refuse to support. I will not purchase from Morphe. And Makeup Revolution, this was I think $10, maybe it was $15. I believe it was cheaper than the Morphe Continuous Mist, or around the same price. Regardless, thought it would be a great alternative to that. Plus it says super hold, so I was like, oh perfect, it's going to be continuously misting and it's going to be super hold. This is incredible. Purchased it in the year of 2021 when we were still wearing masks every day, all day at work, and it was like, okay, this is going to be like the perfect product. Well, first of all, it doesn't. I feel like I'm like hearing a little bit of product still in there. I'm like, is this going to spray? Probably. No, not. Oh, there we go. There is still like, well, now I'm like, shoot, was this an empty? First of all, this smells like I'm thinking of when I was 6 years old in a ballet dance and I had like a Big Bird, like a yellow Big Bird tutu costume, and like the hairspray that I would like, that you spray in your hair when you're like a 6-year-old ballerina and your hair is literally crispy, but you're like in this ballet show, so you like have to have your hair just like so slicked back. This smells like that hairspray. So already I'm like turned off by that. Second of all, if you could tell when I just sprayed that on my face, it's not a continuous mist. So that just irritates me. And then I don't really necessarily know that this made such a huge difference in being like this super hold spray. I guess I was already just so irritated with the product. I didn't take the time to figure that out because I knew this wasn't going to be a repurchase for me. So wanted to talk about that. If this was the only setting spray still on earth, I would probably use it. I will say that. Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Eye Primer, I was literally so excited about. So this was marketed as an eye primer as well as like a concealer primer. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna use this as an eye primer. Last year, I spent pretty much the whole year panning the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I think that's what I was panning, I believe. Gosh, everything's such a blur. But it took me so long to pan that I was so excited to get to purchase a new eyeshadow primer. And I love Milk Makeup. No matter what they release, I get super excited about their releases. So I was really excited about this specifically because I was like, perfect, I need a new eyeshadow primer and it's Milk Makeup. And I just feel like this is going to be the perfect product. Well, this is definitely not the perfect product. When I first used this, nothing came out on the doe foot. It was like I had to like squeeze the product out from the top, rub it on the doe foot, and then like put it on my eyes, which I went like this under my eyes because upon like 3 or 4 uses, I quickly learned that this was going to be the worst eyeshadow primer I've ever used. This pilled so badly on the eyes. I don't know how it could be marketed as an eyeshadow primer when it literally makes your eyeshadow pill and come off. So then I was like, okay, I can try and use it as like a concealer, like an under eye concealer. It'll make my concealer stick longer. Again, same pilling problem. This is like one of the most frustrating products I've ever used. It's so bad. And you might be thinking to yourself, Steph, why haven't you decluttered it? Because I used like half of this before I decided how much I truly hated it. And now I've committed so much of myself that I literally feel like I have to pan this. And now I'm like, I have maybe like probably less than 1/4 of this product left, so don't comment at me that I should just toss it. I'm going to finish this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna finish this one. I hate it. It's a terrible product. I hope you never purchase it and experience the same. It's just so bad. There are so, buy the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Like, it's just so much better. Okay, now all of the products, all the other worst products of last year I don't still have in my collection. Let's talk about the Shiseido Synchro Skin Foundation. I was really interested in purchasing this, but told myself no for so long. And then I finally purchased it because I heard so many people rave about it. And finally someone, I can't remember who it was, pushed me over the edge and I was like, yep, it's gonna work so well for me. It's gonna make my skin look hydrated and beautiful. I believe this is like marketed as the self-refreshing foundation, more like self-drying Sahara Desert situation. Literally, this is like a time machine in a bottle in the worst way. Like, I put this foundation on and suddenly I'm 70 years old. It made me look so old. It literally sucked all the moisture out of my skin, made my skin look so dry, so matte. and truly so bad. So I had to declutter that one. It was just not for me. And I feel like I've heard people talk about how this is like a hydrating product, like it's matte, but it, like your skin still feels hydrating. Did I get like a bad one? Like literally we're talking Time Machine in a foundation bottle. I mean, I was 75 years old. At least. Next up, the ABH Iced Out Highlighter. I remember being so excited for this. First of all, I thought the texture of the product like just looked interesting. Second of all, I love the ABH Amrezy highlight, and I felt like this gave me ABH Amrezy highlight vibes, when in reality this was just like yellow glitter on your skin. There was like no base to this, but it was glittery and it was like straight up yellow. Like it wasn't even like golden, it was like yellow, and it was so unflattering on my skin tone. I almost instantly decluttered this because I was like, no, I'm just literally never going to be able to make this look a flattering way. So that was super disappointing because I remember being literally so excited about that product. Next up, I was super excited to purchase this product, and I don't think it released in 2021. Not all of these released in 2021. I just tried them for the first time in 2021, but the Mented Cosmetics bronzer. It was like less expensive. I think I actually ended up purchasing mine from Target, and I was really excited to try this because I had wanted to try just products from the Mented Cosmetics brand. I feel like I had been like, they'd been on my radar for a little bit, and the bronzer specifically, like I love trying new bronzers. So I ended up purchasing their bronzer. First of all, it was just like way too warm toned. Like it ended up looking like Doritos slash, like, you know, like you're eating Cheetos, you don't lick your Cheeto fingers off and then like you touch your face like that. It looked like I used Cheeto fingers to apply my bronzer, which is just not the most flattering look. And then secondly, similar to how I imagined Cheeto finger bronzer would look, it was just really patchy on me. Like it didn't lay smoothly, which the actual product was really thin, and the powder felt like really buttery and soft. So I would have thought that it blended out well, but it just ended up looking so patchy on my skin, and I just did not end up enjoying that bronzer, unfortunately. Okay, I feel like, oh my gosh, I just realized I talked about the products from 2022 that I had in person, but I didn't talk about the products that I don't have in my collection. So I will just combine the 2 years now. It's gonna seem like I'm like completely shitting on Say makeup, but I do have products that I also really like from them. There are 3 though that I just literally cannot get behind. The one that I tried this year was the concealer. This was just like too hydrating for its own good. I felt like it either like blended away into like nothing, like you didn't get coverage from it, yet there was obviously product you were applying to your face. So it was like in my under eye lines, like it was like I would have like product you could tell was there, so super unflattering, but then it was like it didn't offer me coverage. So it was like, really, what's the purpose of this? And it just, I was really excited for this concealer. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I gave myself a goal of only purchasing 4 concealers this year, and this is one of the concealers that I purchased, and unfortunately it just did not work for me. But it was marketed, and it is a glowier, more hydrating concealer, and I was like super excited to have a little bit of a glow underneath the eye, but it just didn't translate in the actual product. And it must be a thing with glowy products and Say, because their liquid highlight, I forget what it's called. I feel like people are like raving about this. I want to say I had mine in the shade Moonlight, and I just felt like this made me look like the absolute Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. And I don't understand how people love this product. It is really thin in texture, so I felt like it was kind of hard. Like it was thin and really liquidy, so it would like drip down your face. So I felt like it was personally hard to use as a face highlight, just like around, like on my cheeks. I just didn't feel like it worked that well. And then all over the face, I just felt like it had this like silver undertone to it that was just really unflattering. And then my packaging broke, so it was like impossible to get the product out, which just was like cherry on top, made me so upset. So really didn't enjoy that product from Say. And then even worse was the Say like Dew Balm highlighter. I had mine in the shade Marshmallow. I don't understand this product because you squeezed it out in this tube, but it came out like thicker than like toothpaste, and like you couldn't really warm the product up, or you would have to warm it up for like a long time. I'm thinking of like the survivors on Survivor, like starting their fire. Like you really had to work to get this product to warm up, and it just like, how do people use this product? Like, not as an all over face highlight, and then certainly not as like a cheek highlight, because you'd have to like literally warm it up in your hand for like 5 minutes. I swear that's an exaggeration, and then put it on. But that product just didn't work. The Persona bronzing stick just didn't work for me. That was like a cream bronzer version of Cheeto finger bronzers. It was really just a shade thing for me, and sometimes I would have issues like right around, like right here specifically. It would be patchy, like not necessarily like the rest of my face. It was like specifically, and it could be a thing with like my face, but I just didn't love the Persona bronzing stick. And I will say the Persona blush, like the cream blush, I like it, but it's just like not the best cream blush I've ever used. It shears out so much. So Persona cream products, I'm like, I don't know if I love them all that much. 2 foundations slash tinted moisturizers I tried this year, the last 2 products of this year that I felt like were terrible products. The Herborian CC water, literally. So this product, I love the Herborian CC cream. I thought I would love the water because I thought it would be even thinner in texture. This was like putting tinted water on your face that like literally offered no coverage, but then like would settle into your lines, so it looked like you had product that was like stuck in your lines, but like didn't. It looked like you weren't wearing foundation, but like you had like stuff stuck in like the lines and the crevices of your face. Like maybe you were like painting, and like I'm thinking of like a construction worker who gets like not even like plaster or putty on their face, but like kind of. That is what this looked like. It was such an unflattering product. I used it like 3 or 4 times, and then I was like, no, absolutely not. Decluttering that immediately. And then for me, the Rare Beauty tinted face oil tinted foundation, it just offered literally like, it offered me nothing. It was like, it didn't need, like, I would rather just put a moisturizer on my face because it didn't offer me any coverage, and it didn't feel super moisturizing on the skin. I know a lot of people really love that product, but unfortunately that just didn't work for me. I also had a shade that was, and it could be a me thing, but I feel like the shade range just ran more warm tone. My shade pulled just super yellow, which wasn't a flattering look on my skin. And again, like, that's a me thing, but personally I just felt like this literally offered no coverage, so it kind of did make my dry skin look a little bit aged as well. Like, it did more harm than it did good to me, and that was just not a favorite of mine. The Melt Sex Foil, what a joke. Was super excited about this product. I love Melt Cosmetics. I get super excited about anything they release, and even if it's not for me, I'm just like interested in the brand. Was really excited about a liquid highlight because I was super into liquid highlights last year. I picked up the shade Peaches and Cream, so maybe not the best shade, but this highlight, although it was a liquid highlight, just felt very dry and looked very dry. Like, I tried to even use it as like on my shoulders, and it just looked like an illuminated desert. It just wasn't cute at all. And like, I feel like if I put it on my cheeks, it would suck the moisture out of my cheeks, and like it was a dry, not cute highlight in my opinion. And then the final product to discuss in today's video is the Pacifica primer. I can't remember the exact name, but I'll post it over here. I was so excited to pick this up. I hadn't purchased a lot of primers last year. I was maybe in Ulta, or maybe I was just like shopping like new products on Ulta, and I saw that Pacifica had come out with a new primer. I was excited to try a drugstore primer. It sounded like the perfect primer for me. This primer pilled like the Milk Hydro Grip. Like, I would put it on, and as I was rubbing it in, it would pill. I would like tap it into my skin, let it sit for like 10 minutes, then I would put my foundation on, and it would be like my foundation was just coming off in these balls of foundation. It was so terrible. I feel like rare is the day that I can't make a primer work for me, can't figure out some way to make the primer work, and I was like, no, like, I'm not even gonna pass this on. I'm not, like, no one else deserves the terror that this product provides. It went in the trash, because that to me is what this product is. Absolute garbage. I'm sorry if you love it, and if it works for you, I'm very happy, and if it doesn't pill for you, how? After that is going to wrap it up for the worst products I have tried the last 2 years. Would love to know, what are some of the absolute most terrible products you have tried in the last 2 years? Let's chat about it in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch this video, for supporting my channel, for supporting Vlogmas, for supporting me. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye.